heading home. We just live right down the road here, and I saw a plane coming down right at us. And I told my husband, that plane's going to hit us. And he saw the corner of his eye, it coming, and we just had passed it a little bit, and it sure enough came right at us and clipped our back end, enough to just feel a really good bump, and then it went out into the vineyard and flipped over. We were lucky. A few seconds later would have had our cab instead of the back end of our pickup, so we were really lucky. Seeing a plane like that coming and knowing there's nowhere you can go, nothing you can do, it's going to hit you. You don't see that much. That just was coming down, coming right down. You know, it almost looked like it could have been a crop duster. How they come down low, and it should have pulled up to miss the wire, and it missed the wires, went down underneath it, and hit the road and flipped out in the vineyard. So I think there were 17. Nobody was injured. Yeah, everybody got out okay. So that's unreal that nobody was hurt. And you know, our vehicle was a brand new vehicle we just bought 6 weeks ago. Just flipped back in, so it's minimal damage, hopefully. Everybody was coming out, and they were telling everyone to stay away because you don't know if it's going to start to catch on fire, and keeping people away from it. And they were just coming out as fast as they can and counting and making sure they had everybody. Pretty shooken up. Yeah, it was pretty chaotic. They were all very lucky, and that they were able to land it like they did with no injuries. Very lucky. They did a good job. I'll tell you that. The pilot and co-pilot did a good job, because it could have been worse.
Didn't see how it started. I just heard the commotion, heard a crash, looked around behind me from the work that I was doing, and I saw the tail of the plane as it cartwheeled up on its side and then over upside down. I didn't do a bunch of cartwheels. It basically went up, the tail was vertical, and then it was flopped over upside down. And all of the skydivers, basically they took care of each other and got everybody out, got everybody in one group, and we're working on a head count. They're a little dazed, but they got it together, and the pilot, I believe, was the last one out, and he was walking, and his face was bloody, probably a busted nose, but after looking at the inside of the plane and the cockpit, that's pretty good. Oh gosh, they were shaken, but definitely tough cookies. They got right back on another plane, and I think went and jumped after this, so good for them. Like any other crash, you would hear a lot of commotion, a lot of dust, and then and I don't really remember any sound from that other than just running towards the plane and trying to see what I could do to help, but they had already done everything. They got each other out and showed some pretty good teamwork.
Well, I really don't have much information at all, other than we had a plane wreck a couple hours ago. We don't know what the problem was. The pilot ran out of power, so he had to do an emergency landing off the airport. That's all we really know right now. We don't know why it failed. My recollection, I wasn't here, I wasn't in the airplane, but my recollection was there was 18 people on board.
And mostly local folks, or?
No, from all over the world. And nobody got hurt. He had a bloody nose, that's about it. I don't know if he hit the steering wheel, hit the dash, but he was fine.
And all the jumpers are okay?
Yeah, everybody was okay. In fact, like I said, half of them were back up in the air within 15 or 20 minutes of getting back. And nobody got hurt. He had a bloody nose, that's about it. I don't know if he hit the steering wheel, hit the dash, but he was fine.
And all the jumpers are okay?
Yeah, everybody was okay. In fact, like I said, half of them were back up in the air within 15 or 20 minutes of getting back.